and that is about investment decisions. And here, investment decisions, technically, we call it capital budgeting. It's all about where we can invest our surplus money so we get a more return and we get a more benefit in the future years. Okay, so in a capital budgeting, we have few techniques to evaluate the project, to evaluate the various investment opportunities, that which one is better for us. Okay, so these techniques are divided in two different categories: traditional techniques and modern techniques. And in last sessions, we have tried to understand payback period method. Okay, simply a number of years required to recover the initial amount or project cost. Then after we have calculated more practical questions, okay, in which case inflow during the year is not equal for the year. So we have completed payback period with a simple questions and with in uneven case flows. Then after we have started a second method, and that is discounted payback period. Okay, in discounted payback period, the concept is only changed. The formulas and steps are remain same. Here concept is we need to find the present value of future case inflow, and for that we are using a discounting factor. Already we have done one practical question regarding the same. Okay, if you see here, question number 6 we have done. Are we clear up to this? Everyone, are we clear up to this? Now, today we go for the next practical question with the same method, and then we go for the next method. Again, I repeat, in unit number 3, only we have practical questions for 8 marks, no theoretical question for 8 marks. Okay, so please be focused, be here in all the types of practical question. So, from the practical point of view, it is important for you. Now, let me share one more practical question. Okay, already we have done question number 6. Okay, let me go for the next method. So, all my dear students, are we clear about the payback period and discounted payback period? Okay, simple payback period, initial investment upon case inflow during the year, and if the case inflow is not equal for all the years, formula is PVP is equal to year before fully recovery plus unrecovered amount upon 100. And when it's come to a discounted payback period, specifically asking to you the discounting payback period or calculate this discounting DPB. For that, you need to apply the discounting factor. Okay, by applying discounting factor, you will get the discounting case inflow. Just do the sum total, you will get the total discounting case inflow. And now the remaining things remain same. Okay, that we have done in a payback period, year before fully recovered plus unrecovered amount upon 100. Are we clear about this? Same type of practical questions we will do later on. Okay, because a few more methods are there which are having same concept, similar concept. So later on we will do one or two or three or more practical questions based on this method. Okay, so write down the next method right now. Third method of traditional methods, non-discounting methods. Number 3, accounting rate of return. Accounting rate of return. Title done. Okay. Now let me explain the concept. Okay, and then we go for the formula and practical question. Here, accounting rate of return is also known as return on investment or return on capital employed. Okay, so this method represents the profit and the investment amount in terms of percentage. This method represents the relation between profit earned from the investment in terms of percentage. Let me explain with one example. Suppose, suppose I have invested 50,000 rupees, okay, in a bank. I have deposited or invested 50,000 rupees in a bank, okay, and I am earning a 5,000 interest annually. I am earning 5,000 interest annually. So if I convert this amount in terms of percentage, okay, if I invested 50,000 rupees, I will get 5,000 rupees. So how many percentage I am getting the return? Can you tell me? मैंने 50,000 रुपीज बैंक में रखे हैं और बैंक मुझे उस पर इंटरेस्ट दे रहा है और वो इंटरेस्ट की अमाउंट है 5,000 रुपीज. कैन यू टेल मी द परसेंटेज ऑफ इंटरेस्ट? Everyone, are you here? My question is very simple. I have deposited, I have submitted, or I have invested 50,000 rupees in a bank, and bank will provide me every year 5,000 rupees interest. Can you tell me the percentage? How many percentage I am getting the return? अगर 50,000 पे मुझे 5,000 मिल रहा है तो 100 पे कितना? मीत, श्रेया, अक्षय, रक्षित, तू, यश, पारस. Are you getting my question? Okay, I am getting a 10% interest. So this 10% is known as rate of return, return on investment, or accounting rate of return. Are we clear? When I convert my profit, my return on investment in terms of percentage, it's become a accounting rate of return or it's become a rate of return. Okay, this method is judged based on their profitability. This entire method is just based on the profitability of different investment opportunities. Okay, let me share the formula so you will get more clear idea about the same. See, write down the formula. Accounting rate of return is equal to average annual profit after tax upon initial investment into 100. Formula done. Okay. Annual profit after tax, but average profit upon initial investment into 100. Or else, or else, in some of case, the examiner will ask for average rate of return, not accounting rate of return, but average rate of return. Then you need to use this formula. Write down the second formula. Average rate of return is equal to average annual profit after tax into 100 upon average investment. Please be careful when accounting rate of return will ask, you need to use initial investment, okay, in a formula. And when the average rate of return will ask, you need to use the average investment. And for finding out the average investment, we have one particular formula, okay, I'm sharing here. Average investment is equal to initial investment plus salvage value, a scrap value upon 2, and plus additional working capital if it is given in a practical question. Again, I repeat these three formulas. Please note down this again if you have not written. Accounting rate of return is equal to average annual profit after tax into 100 upon initial investment. Okay. If the accounting rate of return is asked, if average rate of return is asked, you need to use this formula, average annual profit after tax into 100 upon average investment. And to finding out the average investment, you need to use this formula, initial investment plus salvage value upon 2 plus additional working capital if it is given to you in a practical question. Now decision rule for the same. Decision rule for the same. If the actual rate accounting rate of return is more than predetermined accounting rate of return, here predetermined means standard, then project is accepted, we go for the investment. But if the actual accounting rate of return is below the standard accounting rate of return, the project will reject. Are we clear about this? Again, I repeat the entire method. Here, accounting rate of return. This method shows the relation between the profit arising from the investment and cap amount that we have invested. Okay, total investment and profit from the investment, and that is in terms of percentage. It is also known as rate of return, okay, or return on investment or return on capital employed. There are two formulas. First one is accounting rate of return, average annual profit into 100 upon initial investment. Second formula, average rate of return, average annual profit after tax into 100 upon average investment. And if the calculated our answer is more than the standard answer, then it is accepted. And if our answer is below the standard accounting rate of return, it is rejected. Now moving for the next practical question, and believe me, you will get interesting answer here. Now look at the question number 7. A project required an investment of rupees 5 lakhs and having a scrap value of rupees 20,000 after 5 years. It is expected to yield a profit after depreciation and tax during the 5 years amounting 40,000, 60,000, 70,000, 50,000, 20,000. Calculate accounting rate of return on the investment. Now again read the carefully which rate you need to find. Here you need to find accounting rate of return. So write down the formula accounting rate of return. Accounting rate of return is equal. Accounting rate of return is equal to average annual profit after tax into 100 upon initial investment. Formula is very simple. Average annual profit after tax into 100 upon initial investment. Initial investment is given to you 5 lakh. Okay. Profit is given to you, but average profit is not given to you. So you need to find the average profit. You need to find a average profit, and that average profit, it means you need to do the sum total of all the years divided by number of years. I'm writing here average annual profit after tax is equal to total profit upon number of years. Your total profit means 40,000 plus 60,000 plus 70,000 plus 50,000 plus 20,000 upon number of years 5. Total 2,40,000 upon 5. Just give me the answer. 2,40,000 upon 5. You will get 48,000. Profit, so it is in rupees. Okay, now put these values here. 48,000 into 100 upon initial investment 5 lakh. 48 lakh upon 5 lakh. You will get the answer 9.6 percentage. Are we clear up to this? See, this is the simplest method to understand and calculate. Okay, just need to find average investment. For that, you need to do the sum total. Okay, and then after divided by number of years in the second stage. Write down the formula, okay, put the values and go for the multiplication and division. You will find the answer. Now see, it is accounting rate of return. If somebody asks, it is not asked in this question, but if somebody asks that calculate the average rate of return, not accounting rate of return, but with average rate of return, then your formula is remain same in above side, but in division you need to use average investment. Okay, and to find out the average investment, sorry, it's AVG, average investment. We have formula AVG is equal to initial cost, initial cost plus salvage value upon 2 and plus additional working capital if it is given. Now you can see here the initial cost is 5 lakh, salvage value that given to you or a scrap value 20,000 upon 2, additional working capital is not given to you, so it's remain 0. So 5 lakh 20,000 upon 2. You will get 2 lakh 60,000 rupees. Now put these values here. Average annual profit after tax remains same, okay, into 100 remains same upon initial, sorry, average investment 2 lakh 60,000. So ultimately 4 lakh 80, 48 lakh upon 2 lakh 60,000. The answer is must be below the 18%. Just do the calculation. It's 18.46 percentage. Everyone, are we clear about the second one? If the accounting rate of return is asked, you need to use the initial investment. Okay, but if the average rate of return is asked, you need to use the average investment. And how to find the average investment? I have explained that initial cost plus salvage value upon 2 plus additional working capital if it is given in a particular question. So are we clear about these two formulas and calculation? Everyone say yes or no? All those are your. Okay, it is so simple. Again, I will explain. I will tell you that from this unit number 3, only practical questions will be there in your final examination. No theoretical question. Okay, now let me increase the level of difficulty. Okay. This question is most important question for all of you. Please note down somewhere that exercise number 8 is more important. Ram Company Limited is considering to purchase a machine. Two machines A and B are available. Now see here, one company is there called Ram Company Limited, and that company is willing to purchase a machine. Okay, here company have options. Either company can go for the purchase of machine A or purchase of machine B, because company have two options, machine A and machine B. Costing of each machine is 4 lakh and estimated life of each machine is 5 years. Whether company purchase A or B, the cost remains same 4 lakh, life remains same 5 lakh. There is no scrap value, and company required rate of return is 12%. The tax rate applicable to company is 50%. Select the most profitable machine using average rate of return. See, I have highlighted here. It is not accounting rate of return, it is average rate of return. And the expected earnings before the depreciation and taxes for both the machines are as follow. Please try to understand here. The cost is for like for both the machines are same, life of the machines are same. Your company wants that 12% return from that particular investment, that particular project, minimum 12%. And company need to pay a 50% tax. You need to calculate average rate of return, and one table is given to you. That table represent the earning means profit before tax and depreciation. Profit before tax and depreciation. For the first year, profit of machine A is 1,40,000. For the second year, 1,60,000. For third year, 2,60,000. For fourth year, 2 lakh, and for fifth year, 1,20,000. And for machine B, 220, 260, 160, 120, and 140,000. This is the profit before tax and depreciation for both the machines. Are we clear about the question right now? Question clear हो गया? क्या करना है? We need to find the average rate of return. Okay. And two machines are given to you, machine A and machine B, and data profit before tax and depreciation is given to you. Hello, are we clear up to this? Say yes or no. If yes, okay, then remember or recall the formula for average rate of return. Average rate of return. We have used this same formula in the last practical question. So here we are writing, just for your information, average rate of return is equal to average annual profit after tax into 100 upon average investment. Okay, so first we go for the calculation of average annual profit after tax for machine A, and then after we go for machine B if time permits. Okay, so are you with me, everyone? Are you ready? Hello, are you ready? If this type of questions will be there in your examinations, okay, first thing that you need to do is write down the same amount in your answer sheet. Okay, write down the first column as it is, second column it is about machine A, okay, and that is profit before depreciation and tax, PBDT. If you don't remember the full short names, please write down the full name. PBDT stand for profit before tax and profit before depreciation and tax. Okay, write down the years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 years are there, and profit before depreciation and tax it is given to you 1,40,000, 1,60,000, 2,60,000, 2 lakh, and 1,20,000. Okay, right now I am calculating only for machine A. I will use only information of machine A. So now what we want wait इसको थोड़ा ऊपर ले लेते हैं. We want average annual profit, but that profit is after tax. Are you getting my point? Which profit we need? We need profit after tax. And here profit is given to you, that is before depreciation and before tax. So two things we need to deduct from this. Number one, we need to deduct the depreciation. First, we need to deduct the depreciation. Then after whatever we called, it is profit before tax, PBT. And then after we deduct the tax. And lastly, we will find the PAT, profit after tax. Okay, this is your first column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column, and sixth column. 6 columns you need to prepare in this practical question for the machine A, and similar table will be for machine B. Now look at to here. Depreciation. First we need to find a depreciation. So depreciation is equal to, you have studied the depreciation in your semester 1 or maybe in 2. Okay. Can you tell me the formula to calculate the depreciation, because your rate of depreciation is not given to you? हेलो, डेप्रिसिएशन कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे हम? कॉस्ट ऑफ मशीन अपॉन life of machine. Okay, whenever depreciation is not given to you, you need to use this formula. Please write down the formula. Cost of the asset, cost of the machine. Here we have machine. Maybe in the next question you have plant or factory or a building. Okay, upon life of the machine. Yes, very good, mate. Okay, cost of the assets minus residual value. Here residual value or scrap value is 0, so I have not used that with. So ultimately 4 lakh upon life of the machine is 5 lakh. So 4 lakh upon 5, you will get rupees 80,000. Rupees 80,000. So we will get the depreciation. Now we put this amount here, and here nothing is given about the method of depreciation, whether it is straight line or whether it is reducing balance method. So whenever the clarification is not given to you, we assume that this is straight line method. Okay, it is straight line method. And whenever diminishing balance, reducing balance method will ask, there is a percentage of depreciation. ओके, परसेंटेज भी दिए जाएंगे और स्पेसिफिकली कहा जाएगा कि यूज द स्टेट reducing balance method to calculate the depreciation. Right now we have straight line method, so that amount of 80,000 is remain same for all the years. Here we have 1,40,000. 1,60,000, 2,60,000, 2 lakh, 1,20,000. Okay, now coming to the fourth one, 4 is equal to 2 minus 3. Profit before tax is equal to profit before tax minus depreciation. So 1,40,000, 1,40,000 minus 80,000. You will get 60,000. Similarly, 160 minus 80, 80,000. 2 lakh 60 minus 80,000, 1 lakh 80, and 2 lakh minus 80, 1 lakh 20, 1 lakh 20 minus 80, 40,000. Are we clear about the column number 4? Okay, now look at to the information. The tax rate applicable to company is 50%. So here tax is 50%. So calculate the 50%, whatever the amount is given to you. Your profit before tax is 60,000. So is equal to 60,000 upon 2 or 50%. You will get 30,000, 40,000, 90,000, 60,000, and 20,000 respectively. And remaining amount is remain same. Okay, 60,000 में से 30,000 टैक्स पे कर दिया तो प्रॉफिट कितना बचेगा? 30,000. Same applicable to all the years. Out of 80,000, 40,000 tax paid, 40,000 is profit after tax. Out of 1,80,000, 90,000 is tax paid, and 90,000 remain profit for the company. Are we clear up to this, everyone? But this is the thing that you need to learn from this stage. All the things, concepts remain same that we have done in the previous question. So do the sum total. Do the sum total. Here, sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You will get 2,40,000. You will get 2,40,000 total profit after tax. But we don't want a total profit after tax. We want average annual profit after tax. Okay, average annual profit after tax. So to find out that one, average annual profit after tax, we need to divide this profit with number of years. 2,40,000 upon 5. 2,40,000 upon 5. You will get 48,000 as an annual profit, annual average profit. Okay. Number one. Number two, you need to find the average investment. Your investment means cost, initial cost plus scrap value upon 2 plus additional working capital if it is given to you. Your initial cost is given to you How many rupees? 4 lakh rupees, no scrap value and no additional working capital. So here 4 lakh plus 00 upon 2 plus 00. So 4 lakh upon 2, 2 lakh. Now put this both the values here, 48,000 into 100 upon 2 lakh. 48 lakh upon 2 lakh. You will get 24%. Are we clear about this calculation? Okay. The formulas remain same, calculation remains same, but when the profit earning before depreciation and tax is given to you, you need to use this table. You need to deduct the depreciation, you will get the profit before tax, you need to deduct the tax, you get the profit after tax, do the sum total, you will get the total profit. Okay, and based on that you will find average profit, and after the average profit you will get the average investment, and based on these two values you can use the you can calculate the average rate of return. Now remain part, okay, of machine B that you need to calculate. As I have calculated for machine A, same table, same calculation, same formula, same steps you need to do for machine B. In the next class we will see that which machine is better for the company. Okay, which machine company should purchase and which machine is best for the company. Are we clear up to this? Are we clear about this question? Okay, any doubt, any query?